Alright, I am back. I'm going to finish forging out this puukko, which I've already got warming up. I'm going back to this hammer because I hit everything I make with it, and if you do a thing more than once, it becomes tradition. So I'm going to get started. I was looking at the blade after it cooled off, and it's a little thicker than I want it, so I'm probably going to draw it out a little bit more and narrow up the blade so when I hammer in the bevels, the blade doesn't get too wide. And of course, Simeon biscuits here, because it's still cold. And back in the fire. And coffee. Because there's nothing like being jittery while playing with hot metal. Semi, hot. Move it around a little bit, get the heat on it, and I've used this hammer, so switching to the more effective one. So I'm hoping to get, in this next 30 minutes or so, get this finished forging it so I can move on to grinding it and getting it ready for heat treat. So we'll see where we get today. See if we get. That back up, knock those stretching marks out of it, and that'll be pretty good. I hope you find this one more entertaining with the dogs and doing the stuff, so maybe the coffee will help with that, and I'll talk a little more, but believe it or not, talking to a camera is not the same as talking to people. I really like talking to people, so we'll see how this goes. going to do a pass on this with this hammer here, because it's got a way smoother face. So I'm going to do a couple of gentle passes to take some more marks out of it. I myself like having a few marks and rough spots in it, but that's just my preference. I'm going to try to take a little more than what I normally do out of this one. I'm being gentle and trying to make sure my hammer lands flat so as not to put any extra marks in it. And flatten out the back of it a little bit. That looks all right. All right, back in the fire, and we'll start putting some bevels in it. So when I hammer bevels in, what I'll do is I'll do a pass on the bevel, straighten out the blade, pass on the bevel, flatten out the blade. A lot of people will tell you to curve it against the bevel, and then as you put in the bevels, it straightens out. I have not gotten very good at that yet, and the way I'm going to do it I'm pretty okay with, so I'm going to keep doing it that way. One of these days I may change it up and work that way, but today's not that day. Alright, so putting in the bevel, I work on the edge of the anvil. And see, it's already getting a little bit of a curve, so I'll go ahead and take that out. Back in the heat. Now I'm going to move this anvil a little bit because I am right on the fire and it is hot. Readjust a little. That'll work. Also, when I do the bevels, I'll do different sides each time. So I'll hammer on one side of the blade and then on the other side of the blade on the other side of the anvil, trying to keep them as even as possible. And we'll see how that works out. Semi. And again, a little bit of a curve. Take that out because I want this to be a straight blade. And back in the heat. I really don't know what percentage I do at the anvil as in finish. I'd like to say I'm above 75% of finish shaped on the anvil, but it's kind of hit and miss. I really don't want to do any more grinding than I have to, because I don't enjoy grinding. I enjoy swinging a hammer and shaping stuff. Finish work, grinding, making the handles, not as much fun to me, but it has to be done. So we'll see how far I get. And curve. Take that out real quick. So we have a nice straight back on the knife. Doing it this way, when you straighten it out, you will get some waves in it. But just take a minute and take them back out. And back in the fire. And another drink. I've really got to remember to bring my water jug in here to cool off my tongs, because they're already smoking. Heat that back up and re-straighten it, and switch hammers, because those bevels are already getting down to about a little thicker than a dime. And I've always been told that when you do the quench, you don't want your blade to be that sharp. So I'm pretty close on having the bevels to the sharpness they need to be before I grind and heat treat. So heat it back up, take my smoother hammer, or actually what I'm going to do, because I need to try it out more, is I got one of these dog head, dog leg hammers for Christmas that's supposed to be really good for bevels, and I forgot, so I'm going to give it a round with it. Simi, over there. Straighten it out first. Now we'll give it an easy pass. Alright, heat it up. So this hammer, when I get used to it, I'm sure it will be great, but having the weight distributed like it is really takes some getting used to. And I'm not used to it yet. I've been trying to use it to get, you know, just so I know how it works, but it's getting there. And for this knife, because the way the puukkos look, they've got a very sharp taper into the blade, or to the sharp part of the blade. So I'm really just concentrating on the very edge of the blade to put my bevels in. Alright, heat her back up, straighten her out some, and I'm going to switch hammers because I'm still not used to this, and I don't want you people to have to sit through my learning curve for a hammer. You already had to sit through my learning curve on blacksmithing. Because like I said, I'm pretty much self-taught. I go to YouTube, I watch people do things, I listen to them, and then I come out here and I give it a go. So YouTube has been a big help. Because you can learn about anything you want to on YouTube. The thing of it is, you can't just watch the video and be like, hey, I know how to do that. You have to actually take that knowledge and take it to the field and give it a try. Otherwise, you can't say you know how to do it. And truth be told, I really don't know what I'm doing yet. I'm just kind of playing at this. I'm going to straighten this blade out some. Really got that blade too sharp for what I was going for, or the point too sharp, but oh well, it'll still be a useful knife. Got a little bit of a wave in the blade I'm going to try to get rid of. Look at it. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to flip it around and do a little more work on the tang. And more coffee. So on the side of my anvil here, you probably can't see them, but I have chalk marks every inch, just for, you know, rough measurements and kind of seeing where I'm at. Switch hammers again. Move that tang back to the center of the knife. Got a little away from me, and it's a little thick in a couple of spots. Heat that back up. We'll see how this one goes. Probably gonna finish the rough forging in this video. So exciting. I'm not going to make y'all sit through the grinding process, but what I am going to do on probably the next video, hopefully the next video, is take you through the heat treatment that I do, and I'm going to burn the handle. What I do is I drill a hole through the piece of wood I'm using, and I burn the knife into the handle so that it's a real tight fit. And I'll probably show that too, because it makes a heck of a smoke cloud. I'm going to switch back to that fine hammer, because that's about where I need to be. Smooth this out a little bit. Get it straight. tongs real quick so I can get a better look. Still got a little bit of wave in the blade that I need to take out. But other than that, we're looking pretty good. And we'll show you what it looks like right now. Just a real simple design. A little sharper on the point than I wanted, but oh well, I think it'll be okay. Cindy. Yeah, vámonos. That means get. You can tell they're very, very well-trained dogs because they will get when I tell them to, but it takes about 5 seconds to be back. So, get. See? 2, 3, 3 seconds, my bad. Back to this hammer. That is a fairly straight blade. Put a little heat on it and straighten it out just a hair on the spine, just to. I want the spine to be completely straight. And this is going to put another bow in the blade. Not terrible bad though. We'll take it out real quick. The tang isn't quite as centered as I would like, but once it's in the handle, it'll be fine. I'm trying to figure out how to show this with the best light. There it is. Fairly simple blade, fairly flat. That's all a knife is. Get it flat, get it straight, get it sharp. So we're going to call that it for this one. And we did it a little quicker than last time. So next time you see this knife, it will be a little shinier because I'm going to run it across the grinder to really true up the shape and kind of knock off some of the scale, because don't judge me, I have no idea where my wire brush is. I'll find it one of these days. But we'll get it ground down, and I'll take y'all through the handle fitting and the heat treat on the next video. So I hope y'all are enjoying these. I hope I was slightly more entertaining. Look at the dogs. Look at the dogs. And we'll see you for part 3 of this puukko. Y'all have a good day and good night.